If you have ever tried setting up a company in Dubai or anywhere in the UAE, you would have received different quotations, and some of them would have been extremely high, while others would have been extremely low. And you would have been confused as to how is it possible that the cost of company setup differs so much. And I'm here not referring to the consultant fees, the fees which the consultant would be charging. I'm here referring about the actual company setup fees which the government is charging. To estimate the cost of setting up a company in UAE, we first need to understand what are the major things and what are the various things for which an expense would be required to be incurred. So basically, the following things are required to set up a company in Dubai. That is, license, registered address of the company, visa, status change, immigration card, also known as the establishment card, and there are some miscellaneous expenses like the medical checkup, biometrics, etc. So now let's talk about each one of them in detail. The first thing required for company setup is the company license. A license is required to be obtained to start a company in Dubai. To register a company, your company needs to have an address as well in the UAE. The cost of obtaining a license along with the office address differs from emirate to emirate and from free zone to free zone. Just to give you some context, the cheapest license fees along with an office address located in Dubai is around 12,500 dirhams. The license fees for a mainland entity or for an entity set up in free zones like Jawza or Dabza or the Dubai Entry City would be even higher. However, if you're looking for a low-cost setup, then you can explore free zones like Shams or Rakesh, which are located outside of Dubai, and it takes around 1 hour to reach these places from Dubai. The license cost for these free zones cost only about 6,000 dirhams. Once you have the license, you need to apply for a UAE residence visa as well. Now, you would be wondering that you don't need a residence visa and are happy traveling to UAE on a tourist visa. But let me tell you one thing very clearly. To be eligible to open a bank account anywhere in the UAE, you would need a residence visa. And if nobody in the company has a residence visa, then the bank account cannot be opened. The bank will not open a bank account for a company without anybody having a residence visa. It is for this purpose that having a residence visa gets mandatory. A lot of people travel to the UAE on a tourist visa and then open a company and try to get it converted to a residence visa. However, this is not the correct way of doing it because the UAE government charges a lot of fees for converting the tourist visa to a residence visa. This is technically called as status change, and the cost of doing a status change is around 1,500 dirhams. That is around 34,000 rupees in Indian currency. It is for this reason that it is recommended that you initiate the process of company setup and residence visa from your home country itself, rather than traveling to the UAE and then initiating the process. In fact, I know a lot of people who, what they do is when they are setting up a company in UAE, rather than paying this fees for status change of 1,500 dirhams, which is 34,000 rupees, they come back to India because the cost of coming back to India and going back again is much cheaper than the cost of status change. And it is for this reason, it is always recommended that you start the process from your home country itself rather than from the UAE. Irrespective of whether you apply from the UAE or from outside the UAE, your company also needs to apply for an immigration card to the immigration department. This is sometimes also called as the establishment card, and this is required to start issuing visas. And there is a cost for that as well. Apart from all these costs, there are certain miscellaneous costs associated as well. That is the cost of medical checkup of the visa holder, cost for doing the biometrics for the visa holder, etc. To sum it up, the total cost for setting up a company in a free zone in Dubai with at least one visa works out to minimum 20,500 dirhams. However, if you set up in other emirates, in other free zones, which are say 1 hour from Dubai, then the cost is around 12,000 dirhams only. However, if you're planning to set up a company in premium free zones like Dabza or Jawza or GMCC, then the cost would be higher. Or if you're planning to set up a company in mainland, then also the cost is higher. To give you an approximate number, the cost for mainland or Dabza area or Jabza or DNCC would be at least 25,000 dirhams. It will be starting from 25,000 dirhams onwards. However, you can't just go ahead with any type of company setup. There are various factors to be considered before finalizing which free zone is the best.